Hi everyone, we are in the garage because the stern light right next to me is not working, so we need to get some repair work done today.
We're fixing the stern light because unfortunately it's broken because one of the pins fell out, so that's what we are going to be doing today.
So these are the old wires. We will grab our good old wire cutter and just cut the old wires. 1, 2. And now we should be able to remove the old plug. It's not easy because there are a lot of wires in there, but there you go. So that's the old one, the old wires and the old connectors, and we will replace them now. So now we will use the fancy wire stripper to strip these wires so we can put a butt connector on them. So now I stripped the wires, and as you can see, I'm twisted them because it's gonna be way more easier to slide them into the butt connector now. Okay, so let's do the first wire then. Let's grab the butt connector, slide it on. And then let's grab the good old crimper and just crimp it. Okay. Yeah, it looks good. Okay, let's do the other one then. Same thing, just grab the butt connector. You can slide the wire into the butt connector. Grab the crimper. And we will just give it a good squeeze.
There you go.
Okay, let's see. Nice and tight. So now, just to make our life a little bit easier, I will extend these wires a little bit. So I have a piece of black and a piece of red that I will use to make this just a little bit longer, so it's gonna be easier to work with them. Okay, so let's get the wires ready. Let's strip the red one. Done. Let's grab the black one and do the same. Boom, done. Okay, so now again, I twisted the end. I will slide the black into the butt connector, and now I will grab the crimper and just crimp it. Okay, looks good. And now we will do the same with the ram. I already twisted it. I will just slide it in. Okay, and crimp it. Okay, everything looks good so far. So we have expanded our wires a little bit. Okay, so there is just one step left. We will just connect the new plug, the two wires, the gray and the black, with the ones I just did with the black and the red. Let's do that. Before we connect the wires, it's really important to slide the plug back into its place before we connect the wires, because we won't be able to do that later on. So now I realize that these wires might be a little bit too short as well, so I think it's best to expand them. Okay, it's ready. So both wires are expanded a little bit. So now this should be long enough, so it's gonna be way more easier to connect these to these wires, and then we should be good to go. However, before I will put the plug into its place, I will grab the heat gun now, and I will heat shrink these because I think it's best to do it now. It's gonna be way more challenging to do it later on once the plug in its place. So I grab the heat gun, I will move it left, right, and I will also rotate the wire. Okay, let's do the other one too. Okay, as you can see, the wires are long enough now, so we will connect these two wires to these two wires. But before I do that, I will put the screws back in, so it will hold the plug in place. I'm glad I found all the screws, so let's put them back. Okay, screw number 1 is done. Let's do screw number 2. Okay, there is only one left. Okay, done. Okay, so now that we put the screws back, we will just connect the black wire with the black wire and the red wire with the red wire. Okay, so these two wires are connected now, but before I will grab the heat gun to make all these connections waterproof, let's give the stern light a try. Okay, so let's slide the stern light into the plug, okay? Okay, let's put the key in. Okay, here comes the moment of truth. Let's flip the switch. Okay, it looks like we did a great job so far. Okay, so let's finish this job. I have my heat gun in my hand, so I will use that to heat shrink all the butt connectors to make them waterproof. I put a piece of plywood underneath the wires just to protect the boat and everything else was here. Let's do this. Okay, we are done. Everything looks good. So what's left is to put all the wires back and clean up all the mess that we made. Okay, so just to wrap up this video, that's the old plug we replaced, and that's the new plug we installed. This is something you can get from Amazon. And the tools we use today is a crimper, a regular traditional wire cutter, a little bit fancier wire cutter, and we used 18 gauge marine grade wires. And last but definitely not least, we use waterproof heat shrink butt connectors to make all those waterproof connections. Okay, so now that we are done with everything, there is just one thing left. Say a huge thank you to my little helpers. Give me a high five. There you go. Great job. Thank you for watching. I hope you find the video helpful. See you soon.